Well, apparently my digger buddy is back. Look right here. Freaking dug it right out. There's the trap jaw. He pulled it right up. See here, I have double dirt holes set in case that coyote came by, because I have one set for fox and then one set for coyote. He freaking dug that. He didn't even scratch at the pan, he just dug the jaw, the loose jaw. He dug it right up. Unbelievable. The other set, as far as I can see, wasn't touched. But if you look around here at my little trail set, a nice coon here. Right along, he was working the edge of the field here. Even with the soybeans gone, I know last year I caught some here where they were working right down this field edge. There he is. Seems in pretty good condition. Got him in the dog proof. You see here, there's some loose soybeans on the ground. I had that they had the chain buried in some dirt. All right, he's in good condition. We'll take care of him and we'll be on our way. First catch of the year. I just noticed with our raccoon here, he's a bobcat. He doesn't have any tail. It's gone. He must have lost that a while ago because it's all healed over. That's funny. You see? He's got no tail. No ringtail. He is pretty dark though. His fur is pretty black. I wonder if that was our dark coon that we seen. Could be. He is really dark fur. Alright, I'm gonna reset this other trap here. The trap wasn't set off, but he dug up that loose jaw. Let's see what we can do. I hope I don't have the same issues I had in here last year, man. That freaking fox plagued me. He plagued me. I'm gonna reset it and see what happens. Big old turkey vulture in the tree there. Oh baby. It's a big old bird. His buddies are soaring around over the field there. I just seen one of his relations actually do one of the coolest things in nature. He grabbed the squirrel right out of the tree. He rolled right down the trunk of the tree with it, like spiraling down. There he goes. There he goes, soaring around. A couple of his buddies up here. Okay, I'm going to show you this quick here. I have a couple more sets further down this trail. I'm not going to show too much of it because it's on public property, but you see the center of my pan there, I have it marked. I'm going to put a compass set in here. You see the holes I punched in the ground. The other sets I have here are dirt hole sets. One I have set for coyote, one I have set for fox. And this one could be either or, I guess. It depends if they muck around with it or not. I have found fox droppings on this trail. I also yesterday found fresh coyote droppings on this trail, so we'll see what happens. I've never seen a coyote here, but last year I found coyote droppings and stuff up here. And it's work to get up here. No matter which direction you come from, it is a haul. But I'm going to put lure in each one of these holes, different one at each hole. And then I'm going to blend it in, and I'll give you a shot then when I'm finished. You've already seen me, you know, how I set the trap, embed the trap, dig out the bowl, hammer the chain stake in, set a little room under the stake for the swivel and the chain. And we're going to blend this in and cover it up a little bit so it blends in with the rest of the surroundings. I dug it on an area that was already bald. You can see another one there. There's an area where they had been digging in here with bulldozers and stuff, so there's patches of open dirt. Actually, right next to me here's tons of open dirt. So I'm going to see how this works. I'll check these for, you know, I'll leave these in here until I either catch something or on a gun season. It's been really slow this year trapping. I caught one coon. I didn't have too many traps out because I was really concentrating on deer hunting and stuff, but I didn't put too many sets out. I only caught one coon. But now I've set 3 or 4 sets in here for fox and coyote. I haven't trapped here in I think 3 seasons, so 2 seasons at least. So we'll see what we find. Okay, here's our finished set. It's a little more camouflage now, the holes are not visible. Also, I have the trap blended in, or the set blended a little bit more, so it doesn't look like I dug a hole. I put a little tiny dot of gusto on that branch there to carry some scent down the trail. Also, if the foxes are hunting this here, the CRP field here. Oh man, that's insulting. There's a squirrel behind me chewing nuts up in the tree, I can hear him. Anyway, here's the set. For anybody who doesn't know what gusto is, it is a super strong trapping scent made by Cavins that has an incredible odor of skunk off of it. It's like they drew it right out of the ass of a skunk. So do not get it on your hands, do not get it on anything that you're going to have to drive it home in the car in, because gusto is a smell that you cannot get rid of. But it does work. It is an excellent lure. So yeah, here's our set. Alright, let's get out of here, see what happens. Here's another set I made. You can see it was in a push out where the bulldozer cleared it. Dirt hole right there. Pan is right in front of it here. Again, it's on the edge of the CRP. There's a nice little trail leading into it. And out that way, that's the track where the bulldozer embedded down into the ground. But that's nicely fenced in, so you can only really come at it from the front. Well, that's the plan. I'm losing shooting light now. It's time to go home. Daylight savings time, thank you very little. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and it's dark. Alright, time to go. Well, that's been the story of my trapping season this year. Near miss on this one. I can see where something dug out the hole there, but whatever it was, they got out of it. I don't see any hair. Alright. I'm just going to cover the trap. And then tomorrow, when it's hopefully drier, I'll remake it. That's a shame. As you can see, it's actually sleeting now, pouring. The upside of trapping. Let's check the other set and see what we got. Well, I'm not believing that that's karma, because this set number 2 sprung. I'm trying to see if there's evidence here that it was dug. I don't know now if it was dug up or whether somebody freaking seen the set and set it off. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, same thing with that. I'll cover it up. Set it tomorrow when it's not pouring rain. I did have peat moss. You can see the peat moss underneath it. I did have peat moss bedded around it. There's pretty decent pan tension on that too. It's not like, you know, a squirrel is going to stand on it and set it off. Alright, one more set. Okay, now I'm really upset. This is the 3rd set that I've had here. I videoed the other 2 last night when the pouring, freezing rain, and they were both set off. This one is now set off. This was my compass set. You can see where it's sprayed the dirt up around it when it's set off. I had it in peat moss, that's why it's pretty, the dirt is pretty light. It was empty, except for this little tiny tuft of fur right there. So what did I do wrong? I don't know. Like I said, these are Bridger 1 3/4 predator traps. They're offset jaw. It doesn't have a huge pan. It's a small pan. But they are night latched from factory. And they're all nice and level. The pan is pretty level with the jaw. But I do not know how I missed those. Whatever it was, I touched it. Like I said, there's a little piece of fur right there. You can just see it. I'm not going to handle it because I'm going to reset it. I have had this happen to me before here. Now I had 2 other sets here, dirt hole sets. This is not a dirt hole, it's a compass set. But I've had this happen before. I had a fox come mess with one of the traps. I don't know whether he lay on it or rolled on it. That's another possibility. He might have rolled on it instead of stepping in it, and you know, set it off, and he jumped up, because it's not going to pinch his hair too much because it's an offset jaw. I don't know. I'm after resetting the other two sets. It was pouring rain last night. I wasn't going to do it last night, so I'm going to reset this one now and see what happens. But like I said, I've had this happen here before, where I've had a fox set off a trap. Actually, it wasn't too far from here. It was right on the edge of the CRP, about there on the corner. I set the trap off. I reset it, and the day after I came back and I had caught it. So I'm going to do that with this. I'm going to reset it. I'm going to re-lure it a little bit because it was because of the heavy rain last night. Maybe I'll switch up the lures in it and see if he comes back. But not having a good land season this year, because this is a hike to get up here, and this is the third day I've been checked. Actually, let's see, Sunday, it's now Wednesday, so this is my third day. Last night I had 2 traps set off. This one wasn't touched, and today I came back to reset those other traps, and of course to check this one. Now this one was set off and nothing in it at all, for that little tuft of fur. So all right, round 2, we're gonna reset it and try again. Okay, on my way home. So if any of you trappers that are much wiser than me have any advice on how to avoid that, I gladly appreciate comments in the part below here, below the video. I just seen a rabbit crossing the trail. That's the first rabbit I think I've seen in 3 years at least. I didn't think there were any left here. Walking down this deer trail here. You can see behind me. Meanders, right there it is. I did see some rub sign and stuff on it, but coming out from setting my traps. Well, at least I'm getting activity. All 3 of those sets were hit in 3 days. But damn, that's aggravating not getting catches. But I don't know what I did wrong as to why I didn't get a catch. I have no cameras up here because it's state land, so I'm not going to leave a camera out. But I don't know exactly what happened to make, you know, to set the trap off. Did an animal disturb it? Did a rabbit run across it? Did a fox roll in it? I don't know. It wasn't that it didn't look like they were dug out. They definitely looked like they were set off, but they weren't pulled out. Sometimes I've had deer walking, and when the deer step in it and they, you know, yank his foot up, and he'll just pull a trap right off his foot. I didn't see the chain pulled. Like I said, it's a Bridger 175. Should be enough. I know it's a small trap for a coyote, but I did find coyote sign on that ridge. That's the reason why I set those traps there. I know there's red fox and stuff here too. I don't know about grays. But man, I have had a slow trapping season. I don't set a huge amount of traps out though. But it's just about to get dark now. That's just, like I said, you can see what I mean. It's a steep hike to get up to that, to get to that field. Looking for deer sign on the way out then to see if I've seen anything. It's pretty quiet. I hear a squirrel, but I don't have my gun with me. Just came to set traps. Yeah, so any advice would be much appreciated. It's aggravating, yeah, you know, and you have to hike your ass miles to check an empty trap that was sprung off. I don't know, we'll give it a little more time. I'm only going to leave those traps out till gun season, then I'll take everything in once gun season starts. By that time I'll be muskrat trapping, hopefully. That starts on November 18th, I think, so that's pretty soon coming up. think it's the 8th today. So 10 more days. Week and a half. Yeah, a week and a half. But hopefully we'll connect on something there. I have caught foxes here before. Nice, I mean, XL red foxes, nice ones. It's usually a pretty good population. Although I did find coyote scat up there, and it was loaded with deer hair. I think that's an issue where anywhere that you trap where there's an open deer season. Of course, deer season's usually open around the same time as trapping season. Especially with archery. Coyotes are going to find deer that got wounded that people couldn't find, and that is an easy meal. Also, you got gut piles laying in the woods. You know, they're going to find those too. So to get them to come to a bait during deer season is pretty tough, especially with the amount of deer hunters that are here. That can be tricky, because both of this, I found 3 sets of droppings up there. One was super fresh, one was maybe a week old, another one was older than that. It was all dried out and everything already, and they were all loaded with deer hair, loaded with it. So either they're killing the deer, or they're finding deer that have been wounded and died and people didn't find. Or you get roadkill deer and stuff too. There's a deer crossing the roads here all the time that they get hit quite frequently. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll got a little bit of time left before gun season opens, so we'll see if we finally connect. Wow, he beat me again. He dug up the hole. One of the scent holes I have. This is my compass set. He never stepped on the pan. Pan is right there. Wow. How much bad luck can I have?